Susurros is whispering in Spanish, and the reason is this is because the Adelaida, the woman in the past, the setting is in the 17th century in the Spanish Basque country. The reason of this is because at this time was the most women being burned in fire because they was accused of being witches, and so there is this, and also the abortion is something which is really taboo, and it's hard to talk about it. And so it was something that was whispered to one woman to another, and this is why the title is Susurros. So one of the really important points of the movie is the return of obscurantism and backlash in women's rights, and like we are currently, especially with like, for example, Roe v. Wade law for abortion being cut in the United States, this is recreating a witch hunt, like a modern witch hunt. So with the scenario, this is one of the words of Alexandra, the one who had the original idea of the movie. At the beginning, she wanted to tell a story of witches and the story of a woman, and then the abortion theme came here. But just like the abortion is to illustrate more like the global backlash in women's rights and the modern witch hunt. We worked a lot. There was quite some times in which we stayed a bit late in our school to be able to be proud of the result. And because the subject is quite a heavy subject, we wanted to do really something we are proud of. So the scenario was started, like I think in July to December by Alexandra. She started working alone on the scenario. Then from I think it was like February, the team was constructed. So we joined her to work on like storyboards. There was, I think, like 99% of the scenario that was already done, but there was still like some small changes that happened for the final movie. So we started helping her and coming as a team in February, and then we worked for half a year like this, and we finished it in I think like the beginning of June of 2025. I think one of the big difficulty was storyboard, because especially of the pyres in the movie, we really needed the message to be clear. And because of the pyre, if the pyre was placed in the wrong place in the movie, it could mean the opposite of our message. So there was something with the storyboard that we had a lot of work to be sure that our message is clear and there is no misinterpretation possible. So there is this, and also with the artistic direction and trying to find this kind of 2D looks in 3D. So there was also a lot of work like this with the textures and compositing, and also artistic direction to be able to have the look that we wanted in the final movie. I liked the most the role that I worked the most on, so it was modeling, sculpting, and surfacing. I was not the one that managed the surfacing one, but it was Emma Pluchard, but we were both working on the surfacing, and this is what I love. I love surfacing, modeling, and sculpting, so I was really happy to be able to do this in the movie. Some people say I'm a perfectionist. Maybe it's true, I don't know. But just like every time I see like some small things in which like, this can be, but this is like every time. So in the end, I try to also focus on how people think about the movie, like do people appreciate it? And I'm really proud of the movie. When, for example, it was Nancy, when we talked a bit before she handed me the prize, And she told me that it was a great movie. It was an important thing to talk about this subject, because usually it's like taboo. And she told me this. And when you also have, like, when you show this film to all the women, like I show it to all the person in my family, and when you have the reaction, when they appreciate it, when they say this is something important, you're proud of yourself, because you say, like, the most important thing is the subject. And if the subject works, if people understand it and agree with you, and can also talk about it, talk about the subject of abortion, this is something in which we think we succeeded, and we're happy when this happens. So we are really happy to have won this prize and being represented in such a festival. And this is something really important to us, because we want the movie to be seen. And also this discussion with Nancy was really great, and I was really happy of what she told me she felt when she saw the movie. For the project, I don't know if I can tell, because we have other festivals in which was selected, but I don't know if I'm allowed to tell yet. So you will see in the future. Yeah. And for me, currently, I'm trying to find a job in modeling and surfacing. If you know people.